Hello, followers, to tonight's episode of Dead Talk Live. I'm your host, Viz, from Walking Dead Now. Our broadcast tonight and every night is simultaneously live streamed to YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter, starting at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Time daily. If you're joining us for the first time, we welcome you to our very viewer interactive show where our followers are the star of the show. Thank you to all our followers across all our social platforms. If you are subscribed to our YouTube channel, thank you so much. If you want to subscribe to our YouTube channel, which would be much appreciated, and watch this show with all the bells and whistles that YouTube has to offer, after the show, head on over to YouTube and search for our channel called Walking Dead Now. You can watch our live streams, catch up on prior episodes, watch our fan-created Walking Dead videos, which include compilations, tributes, commentary, fan trailers, and exclusive content, and just so much more. So how is everyone doing tonight? All right. We have Lee, the Deadly Lucifer Warlock. That's not the same. That's a different name. Is someone imitating Warlock? Hey, Lifting Fit Journey. I'm glad you still like turtles. Hi, Pons Jean, Philippe. Hey, Cabrera Gaming on YouTube. How are you doing? Is everyone doing well tonight? We have some announcements to get through. We have a question from someone on Instagram. Does anyone know when the season finale comes out? No, we don't know. Lee, that's you, Lee. Lee, is somebody imitating your name? We have Lucifer Warlock on Instagram with us. It almost threw me off. I don't know if that was you, Lee, or not. So, tonight, just some changes. Cabrera says, I'm doing good. Just woke up in the morning. All right, where you're located, Cabrera? Our producer and creative director, Marko Vizaniaris, is going to be manning the text chatting with you guys across all our platforms while I get to you guys on the air. And so I want to say thank you to Marko for doing that. And I've got some exciting news. Pons Jean Philippe writes, I'm French. And Lee, the Deadly Lucifer Warlock, writes, what? It's me, Lee, the original. Dude, I swear, let me scroll up. I saw a message that it looks like somebody was in... Yeah. No. You know what? I got all screwed up. Two of you guys joined the room at the same time, and it mixed your names together. So I apologize, Lee. I just wanted to make sure there was no, Warlock impersonators out there. You're the only Lucifer Warlock out there. So I didn't want to have anybody impersonating you. So thank you to Marko for manning our text chats tonight. I'll be talking to you guys on the air as always. And like I said, something very exciting happened today. Okay? I started this on Instagram 4 years ago and stayed exclusively on Instagram up until this year, to where I decided to branch out. I have, over 76,500 followers on Instagram. It's been because it's been open much longer. But anyway, today I got my first bona fide hate comment on YouTube. And I'm just so excited. I got my first hate comment, and I'm going to bring it up for you guys to see. So there it is. You suck. I am going to frame this because now I know I've hit the big time. When you get your first hate comment is when you know that you are, I don't know what's the right word, you are reaching people. Okay? So I blurred out this poor sap's name because I don't want anybody to give him any attention. I did go to their profile, and they only have 23 subscribers with only 3 videos. So I was kind of disappointed it didn't come from somebody with more subscribers and videos, but I'll take it. My first hate comment. I suck. I love it. I'm going to get this printed, framed, and put on my wall right in front of where I'm sitting right now so I can stare at it forever and ever. So I thought that was hysterical. Lifting Fit Journey writes, send me his address. I'm just going to talk to him. Thanks, Lifting Fit, but I'll take care of him. Don't worry. The best way to handle these kind of people is to just ignore them, because the only reason they write this kind of stuff is they want attention. They want to grow their channel. So Juan David Escorcia on YouTube. I speak Spanish. You guys and Cabrera Gaming are talking. I'm glad you guys are joining us on YouTube. How are you both doing? Hard Productions on YouTube. Hey, how are you doing? Hey, Hard Productions. We have a lot of YouTube people today. Thank you, guys. Thank you for joining us. A lot of Instagram people. Nice room. Every day our viewership is growing and growing, and that just makes the show even more exciting because you guys control the show. You guys, me and Marko had a discussion about this, and we're not going to be planning out every minute of this show. What we're going to do is start out with a base topic, and we'll take it wherever you guys want to take the show with your questions, comments, and hopefully call-ins. Okay, so that's how we're going to be doing it. You know, we adjust on the fly. I love, you know, that concept. I think it's going to work out great. You know, we'll start out with a base topic, and where it goes from there is really up to you guys. Hard Production says, I'm doing good. Thanks for asking. No problem, man. Thank you for joining us. So, yep, got my first hate comment up there. Today, we also hit a milestone, and I'm going to bring that up right now. Today, we surpassed 1,500 subscribers on YouTube. Now, I know a lot of you are saying, okay, that's nice. It's not. I've seen people with 20, 100, millions of subscribers. But this is a milestone for us, and for me particularly, because our YouTube channel was started on February 19th, I believe, of this year. So it's less than 3 months old. And to get that many subscribers in around 11 weeks I'm just proud of it. Hey, Boar Drake 20 on Instagram, how you doing? Erwin Toby, hello. Toby, man, how many Instagram accounts do you have, brother? But I know you. You're a regular. You're my boy. So yeah. Saz is here. Hey, Saz. Thank you for joining us all the way in the UK, where it's like 2:38 in the morning. Thank you for staying up. Saz, check. Let me bring up the universal chat screen. I want you guys to see this, and I got it working where it doesn't refresh every time I switch this chat screen, so you guys can see what the YouTube people are saying. But Saz Chick on YouTube has an amazing YouTube channel. No, she did not ask me to promote her channel. It's a fan reaction channel, and it's really great. It's interesting. And I was thinking, Saz, you know, if we go back to, you know, pre-internet age, which a lot of you guys don't know about, but the world did exist before the internet. Bernard is leaving us, saying good night. Sorry, Bernard. Sorry you couldn't stay longer. Thank you for joining us. Toby writes, I only have this account on Instagram. I just changed my name and pic. Okay, gotcha. So you can match more of your other accounts. So anyway, going back to Saz Chick's channel on YouTube, and I want to, you know, bring that to the pre-internet age. Saz does a fans reaction. You know, her channel is fans reactions, and it's such a unique concept. And I'm wondering, Saz, you know, if we go back to like before the internet became a big thing, I wonder how many people thought of the idea of like, you know what, let's record people as they watch particular shows, like reality TV, get their reactions, and air that on television. It's become such a huge thing, you know, fan reactions. People love to see other people's reactions, and you do The Walking Dead, you know, and it's great, and if you guys are on YouTube, I recommend you guys check out Saz Chick's YouTube channel. It's really great. But Saz, I gotta ask you a question, okay? Saz. Do you? I believe that's your husband who's sitting next to you. Do you force him to sit next to you because he doesn't look too happy? So I just got to ask you that question. Do you force the poor guy to sit next to you, and does he feel uncomfortable being recorded? I think it's hysterical, and I just have to ask you that question. So feel free to answer, feel free not to answer. I was just very curious about that. So anyway, moving on. Yeah, we hit 1,500 subscribers on YouTube today. Very proud of that. And this news just broke just before I came on the air. Okay. AMC, which is the channel that The Walking Dead premieres on, picked up 2 shows. They picked up Anne Rice's Vampire Chronicles. Do you guys remember Anne Rice and the Vampire Chronicles? AMC picked it up. It's coming to AMC along with Mayfair Witches. You know, I'm assuming you guys know of Vampire Lestat. You know, that's from Anne Rice. Vampire Chronicles, Interview with a Vampire, played back in the 90s by Tom Cruise. Saz writes, LOL, he's not into YouTubing thing, but sometimes he'll join in and watch. He's the shy one, and he's a loving husband, my bro. He's a loving husband, Marko writes. That's awesome. You've got a good one there. Make sure you hold on to him. He's a good sport. You know, he's a good sport. So yeah, the Vampire Chronicles from Anne Rice are coming to AMC, and I'm just really psyched about that. Gaminess Gaming writes, hey, on YouTube. I don't know what more to say. I'm just psyched. AMC picked it up. AMC now has The Walking Dead. They have Fear the Walking Dead. They're going to get The Walking Dead World Beyond. They had Breaking Bad. They have Better Call Saul. Now they're getting the Vampire Chronicles from Anne Rice. I mean, AMC is going all in. They are going all in. Maria Joanna _IG, big, lovely, smiley face back at you, Maria, on Instagram. Car Charlie 84 just joined us. Hey, Charlie. I hope I didn't embarrass you by calling you out. I saw that you just joined us on Instagram. Danara T, probably mispronounced that, just joined us on Instagram as well. Thank you for joining us. So let's move on to our contest, okay? Our contest, we're giving away action figures, and we've introduced 2 new ones today. I don't know if you guys have seen our posts that we put across Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. We're introducing 2 new action figures to our contest. And who on Instagram, Warlock, is it you? Who's the Merle lover? Who's the big Walking Dead Merle fan out there that's been bringing them up every night for the last couple of nights? Dial Nichols writes, will Rick possibly come back ever? To the TV show? Probably not. Rick is doing 3 movies, 3 Walking Dead movies. Rick Grimes. Him coming back to the show? No. It's probably not going to happen. Luis Carlos _M.A. giving me a thumbs up. Thumbs at YouTube. Thumbs right back up. Thumbs up back at you, Luis. Sorry, got my words mixed up. Lee writes, yes, you are the Merle lover. Well, then you're going to be happy tonight. You're going to be happy tonight, and I had you in mind when I was trying to pick out which 2 new action figures to put on the block, okay? So let's go to our contest here. Okay, this is what's still available, and we still have more to come. I just haven't released them yet. I don't want to release them all at once. We have Tyrese, Beth, Gas Mask, Riot Gear, Zombie. I feel bad for Gas Mask, Riot Gear, Zombie. Nobody's giving this guy any love. You know, he's from the season 3 prison when Rick and the gang took over the prison. Erwin Toby writes, OMFG, is Merle here? You're about to find out. Okay, so we have Tyrese, Beth, Riot Gear, Zombie. We also have RV Zombie, who is the, you guys are like, who's RV Zombie? RV Zombie is the first walker that Andrea killed in season 2, inside the RV. We have Bungie Walker, and today we are introducing Gareth Merle Zombie. Lee, you're getting, well, if you win, I'm giving you a chance to win not just Merle, but Merle Zombie. That's like a double pack right there. Double punch. And Maggie, we released yesterday, 2 days ago, sorry. Maggie Green. So that's what we have today. Today we're introducing Gareth and Merle Zombie on top of the other ones that we've introduced over the last several days. Erwin Toby writes, yes, I love him. Cherryberry joined. Summer from Periscope. Twitter, hey Summer, oh, I want Tyrese, I miss him. I hope you get Tyrese. Tyrese hasn't been getting any love, Summer. So I hope you can answer tonight's trivia question and call in and get him. And the way I do this, guys, I'm going to do it like I have been doing. It's been working out great. Summer, you're new, so you probably don't know this. At the 30-minute mark of the show, I am going to ask the question, and whoever calls in first with the correct answer for the remainder of the show, the first caller with the correct answer gets to pick which action figure they win. So it's pretty simple. We'll ask the question in about 13, 14 minutes from now. Lee writes, DYL.Nichols writes, I hope I get Maggie. Lee writes, but unfortunately, I can't call other country. You don't have Skype? I mean, it's free with Skype. Oh, Marco just pointed something out to me. I screwed up. Maggie is spoken for. It's Beth that's available. See, this is when you try to do this all by yourself. And Marco is in New York. I'm a good 300, almost 300 miles away from Marco. I wish I had him here with me. I apologize, guys. Maggie was picked out yesterday. Beth is available. I got the two Green sisters confused. So I apologize. Maggie is already spoken for. She was won last night and picked. So it's Beth. It's Beth. Lifting Fit Journey won Maggie. I'm sorry, Lifting Fit. I would have thank God for Marco for pointing that out. I would not have given her away. I would have figured my mistake out. But Maggie is not available. Beth is, and I took down her picture, so I don't have it anymore. But it's Beth in her combat gear. Okay? So, hey, that's what happens when you do live shows. You can never know what's going to happen. Anything and everything can happen. And that's what I love about this. That's why I love doing this show live. I love doing this show live. Lifting Fit Journey writes, I'll let it slide. Thank you, man. Thank you. I appreciate it. That is totally on me. It's my bad. So moving on, that's our contest. Tonight's topic is we're going to be talking about the start of the apocalypse. All right, so let me get comfortable here. Lean back in my reclining chair here, office chair, and we're going to talk about the start of the apocalypse. And the only reference that we really have, besides some very brief flashbacks on The Walking Dead, for now, the only reference we have to the start of the apocalypse is on Fear the Walking Dead. I don't know how many Fear the Walking Dead fans we have out there. I am a fan. It's not as great as The Walking Dead, but Fear the Walking Dead on its own is a very good show. Some people hate it, and if you compare it to The Walking Dead, you're gonna hate it. You know what I mean? You're gonna hate it if you compare it to The Walking Dead. You have to take Fear as its own show. And the same thing with the new show that's going to premiere, World Beyond. If we keep comparing these shows that come out in the Walking Dead universe to the Walking Dead original, we're probably going to be disappointed. So Hard Productions writes, I like Fear seasons 1 through 3. I don't care for season 4 and 5. Okay, I totally respect that, Hard Productions. And you know what? For me, Fear got really interesting in season 2 when they made it to Mexico on Strand's yacht. They made it to his compound, or his partner's compound, and we met his partner's family and how they were very, spiritual, and they thought the walkers should be, I don't know, what's the right word, be prayed to, put on a pedestal. They saw them as, something that needs to be protected. And they treated them better than the humans, actually. That's when Fear the Walking Dead got extremely interesting for me. Okay? Season 1, they could have done hard production rights. I know. I'm going to stick with the show and see how season 6 goes. Yep, me too. Me too. And, that whole thing with season 2 was great. I really wished Toby writes, it's all right. Like I said, Lifting Fit Journey has never seen Fear the Walking Dead. Jonathan, give me 3 big smiley love faces. Thank you, Jonathan. Like I said with Fear, we have to watch these shows and can't use the original Walking Dead as a benchmark. We have to take them on their own because they're each going to tell their own story. And Fear the Walking Dead was the first time that we got a glimpse into how this whole apocalypse started. What I was disappointed with is that it wasn't more expanded. They try to really compress it in like the first season, which was like 6 episodes. Odd Smeller writes, is Morgan still on Fear the Walking Dead? Yes, Odd. Odd _ Smello on Instagram. Yes, he is. Him and Dwight. Dwight from The Walking Dead and Morgan from The Walking Dead are both on Fear the Walking Dead right now. The 2 crossovers so far. We might get more. So I was disappointed in the first season of Fear the Walking Dead. I would have really loved to seen, even though the first season itself was just dedicated, I just wanted more of it. Summer from Twitter writes, I have never seen Fear the Walking Dead. I need to start. I've heard good things. Yeah, and like I said, Summer on Twitter, if you do watch it, please don't use The Walking Dead as a benchmark. Just watch it as its own show and, take it on itself. And we have another, so they did the entire first season on the, the crumbling of the world, and it takes place in Los Angeles, which is like the second biggest city in the United States. So it's a bigger city, much more complex than Atlanta. In all the flashbacks that we saw on The Walking Dead of the beginning of the apocalypse, the most memorable one is when we do that flashback when the camp group, Shane, Carol, Lori, Carl, where that entire, first season camp group met, stranded on the highway. And they see Atlanta being bombed. And they're trying to get into Atlanta because supposedly that's a safe zone. And they see Atlanta getting bombed. I mean, that's just phenomenal. But it was very short. Now let's switch over to Fear the Walking Dead, where we see LA getting bombed when they're on the yacht. So it's not just Atlanta that got bombed. I mean, the government bombed every major metropolitan area. They saw no way out of this besides just bombing the crap out of these cities. And I love the whole thing with Nick waking up. Nick, who really upset. I'm not going to spoil it for the people that haven't watched it, so I have to be very careful what I say. There are a lot of people who have not watched Fear, and you've said so. So I'm not gonna spoil it for you guys. But with season 1 and Nick waking up in that abandoned church, and it's been rumored that the walker that Nick sees is actually patient 0 of the Walking Dead universe. I don't know how many of you guys know that, but the first walker on Fear the Walking Dead that Nick comes across in the abandoned church has been rumored. I think it's come officially from the show itself. That is patient 0. It is the very first walker to reanimate in the Walking Dead universe. Hard Production writes, oh, that'd be cool. Yeah. I don't know if you guys knew that or not, but Lifting Fit Journey, right? Signing off, guys. It's 4:55 a.m. in Kuwait. Good night, everyone. Stay walking. Hey, Lifting Fit Journey, thank you for joining us, man. And then this weekend, I'm getting these, just to let you know, Lifting Fit, this weekend, which is coming up, I'm getting all these first week's contest prizes shipped. So your stuff is going to be arriving, man. Stay walking. Exactly. Stay walking, Lifting Fit. Good night. So, yeah, that was phenomenal. That we got to see Patient Zero Walker in the beginning of Fear the Walking Dead. Now, if you're a Walking Dead fan, if you've never seen Fear, if that doesn't get you excited to at least watch the series premiere, I don't know what will. So, the start, Rick sees this Patient Zero Walker. He starts running, gets hit by a car. Nobody believes him when he starts telling people what he saw. Nick is a heroin user. We start to meet the characters that will become major characters. Nobody believes him. His mother, who is Madison, is her character's name. Tomorrow, yep, see you tomorrow, Lifting Fit. Much love. And, yeah, nobody believes him. And then his family and the whole world, Summer is very excited. Good, Summer. I hope you watch that season premiere, that series premiere. At least watch that. So just so you could see Patient Zero. So basically, we start seeing the world fall apart. Okay? We start seeing the world fall apart. His family goes to find out because I believe Nick ran over a person and they went to Nick. I believe it was Nick. Marko, was it Nick that ran that dude over with the car, I believe? And Madison and family went to go check up on him and they found him as a walker. I don't remember. I believe it was Nick. And they go back, and this is Nick's family, and they find that person that Nick supposedly killed and ran over. Saz writes, I remember watching Madison trying to kill a walker, and I was shouting at the TV saying, aim for the head. And then I realized they don't know that yet. Absolutely, Saz. That is so true in every, zombie TV show and movie. Roxana gives me a big thumbs up. Toby, yeah. Thanks, Roxana. I mean, how many times have we watched a zombie movie or a TV show and we're screaming at the TV, go for the head. Go for the head. Hard Production writes, Nick shot him, then he turns, and then he ran the walker over. That's right. Thank you, Hard Productions on YouTube. And, Hard Productions, your chats are being streamed to everybody. So they could see you had the right answer. Nick shot someone, and then he turned and he ran him over as a walker. And he goes back and he tells his mom, and they go back and check, and they still don't believe him that these people are coming back from the dead. And they see it from themselves. And we start seeing people sick. We start seeing the hospitals. And if you guys remember, if you actually watched Fear the Walking Dead on TV and you didn't watch it on Netflix or anything, during the commercials, they would have these little half-hour webisodes, is what they're called. It's not half-hour, 30-second commercials, and it would be their own series. Little 30-second, one per episode, just showing just completely different characters in a completely different part of the world, and how were they experiencing the zombie apocalypse. And I believe it was in the first season of Fear the Walking Dead, like halfway through the show on the commercials, that they were showing what happened on board an airplane and how somebody who was infected died in the lavatory of the airplane, turned, and they just tried to keep him isolated. And as they're coming in for approach, I believe it was in Phoenix, as they're trying to land, and they're like literally just a couple hundred feet above the city of Phoenix, all the lights in the city go out. That was very good. It was like 30 seconds for every Walking Dead episode, like halfway during the show, during the commercials. Saz remembers. Yeah. Saz, do you know where we could find those? I mean, they were on AMC during the premiere, and I'm wondering, I've been to AMC, I'm a member, I'm a subscriber to AMC Premiere, but I'm wondering where we could actually go and find those webisodes. Because I would love to showcase them here. They're like 30 seconds each. Hard Production writes, I believe they're on YouTube somewhere. Well, I'm going to check on that tonight after the show, Hard Productions, because I think people would love to see it. I may not be able to play the whole 30 seconds due to copyright restrictions, but I'll try to play little clips and recommend where people can get them and go watch them. So that was amazing. Anyway, guys, we're at 31 minutes into the show. Hard Production writes, I remember watching the plane one. Okay, so we're going to take a pause on our discussion and we're going to do our trivia question. Summer, are you still with us? Summer from Twitter. I'm about to do the trivia question. Let me bring up the phone number. Sorry I didn't bring this up sooner. I wanted you guys to see the chats coming in from everywhere. This phone number is not just for the contest. I'd love for you guys to call me during the show and chat with me on the air. Of course, this is the number for the contest, for our trivia, and it's open. I open it up before I start the show, and it's open all the time. I'm sorry tonight it took me this long to bring up the number. So Summer is with us. Okay, Summer. So here's tonight's trivia question, okay? And for all the new people joining us, hey, Anna from Instagram, giving you much love back. Thank you for joining us, Anna. So for the newcomers who are joining us tonight for the first time, you cannot chat in your answer. You can only call it in. That's the only way we're accepting to win the prize. You got to call the number. The number is 718-509-9270. It is you can use any kind of phone you want. If you're in the United States, your mobile, landline, if you still have one of those, your, VoIP, home line, whatever. 718-509-9270. If you're outside the United States, the call is completely free if you use Skype. Okay? So if you're outside the U.S., which for the first 4 days that we've been running this contest, all of our winners have been from outside the U.S. So feel free to call using Skype. It's free. 718-509-9270. So let's go on to tonight's trivia question, okay? So, if you guys remember when Daryl and Aaron went over the Alexandria walls to scout and, check on the perimeter, they got trapped inside a car surrounded by walkers. And they knew they were up the creek without a paddle. That's when Morgan, showed up and saved them. So I just wanted to give you the time frame of what I'm talking about. For those of you that remember that, this is the time frame, okay? Because you need that time frame in order to answer this question, to at least try to find the answer to this question. Anyway, while Aaron and Daryl are outside the walls of Alexandria, they run into a beautiful black stallion. What is the name that the kids in Alexandria named that horse? That is tonight's trivia question. These questions are hard, you guys, and these are collector item action figures, so we're going to make you guys work for them. No question has been easy so far, and the questions are only going to continue getting harder as we move on to premiering more of the major character action figures on the show. So the questions are only going to get harder, guys. And Marko is the one who's been coming up with these questions, and they've been absolutely amazing. So I'm going to repeat it again, okay? Daryl and Aaron are over the wall of Alexandria. surrounded. That's when they were surrounded by the walkers, and Morgan comes in and saves them. They come across a beautiful black horse. What is the name? Oh, we have a caller. Hello, you're on Dead Talk Live with Viz. What's your name?
I believe I know the answer to the trivia question.
Great. Okay. You want to tell us your name or no? It's up to you.
I'm watching the YouTube. I'm Hard Productions, but my real name is Ethan.
Hey, Ethan, Hard Productions. Great to get a voice to the YouTube name, man. Thank you for calling in. So, what is your answer?
Buttons.
Congratulations. You are 100% correct. Buttons is the correct answer. So, congratulations. Is this your first time joining us on the show?
It is.
That's awesome. First time joining us, and you win. So we see more callers coming in. If you guys can just hold on. Hard Productions on YouTube. I'm sorry if you guys are calling in for the answer. He was the first one to call, and he wins tonight's prize. So let's go over the prizes again. Tyrese. I do have Beth up here. Okay, I just have to remove Maggie. Tyrese. Beth. Riot Gas Mask Gear Zombie, RV Zombie, Bungie Walker. Tonight we have premiered Gareth from Terminus and Merle, the zombie Merle, not regular Merle, Merle Walker. So which one do you want, Hard Productions?
Oh, that's a hard one.
It is, and we have even more major characters coming out. I mean, we are every other day now or so we're going to be producing more and more major characters. But already, just the picks that we have tonight it's difficult to choose.
I'm going to have to go with the Zombie Merle.
Zombie Merle, congratulations! Thank you so much, Hard Productions. I want you, since you're on YouTube, my email is in the description of each and every one of our videos. I want you to email me either now or after the show. Email me your shipping information. I'll respond back, and we will get this out to you ASAP. Are you in the U.S.?
Yes, I am.
Well, you are also our first winner from the U.S., and that makes me happy and proud. So, good job, okay? And we'll get this shipped out to you. Just email me your info, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Congratulations again, and stay with us. I love your chats on YouTube, okay?
Okay, I will.
All right, thank you so much. Bye-bye. All right, so there you guys have it. Tonight's winner is Hard Productions. Let me bring up the chat screen again. Irwin was calling. Toby, your brother already won one. Toby's brother won an earlier prize. Tonight's winner, Summer Tyrese. Summer from Twitter is happy Tyrese is still available. So absolutely, Summer, Tyrese is still available. Hard Productions picked Zombie Merle, which is a great choice. So we have tonight's winner. Congratulations, Hard Productions. So the phone lines are open, guys. Oh, we have... no, we don't. If anybody wants to call... you see, I'd like to keep this chat window open. But because of the size restrictions I have on the Instagram live stream, because they only let you do it on the phone, I can't put both up. But I want everybody to see the chats coming in from everyone else. But let me just put up that number again if you guys want to screenshot it. Where is it? Here we go. Phone number. Our number is 718-509-9270. We have a good 20 minutes left in the show. If you guys want to call in and ask a question, comment, anything about Fear the Walking Dead, or anything else, just give us a call. 718-509-9270. You could use any phone in the United States. If you're calling from outside the U.S., the call is free with Skype. So I'm going to go back to this chat screen, and I'll be monitoring the phone lines if anybody wants to call. Toby writes, I know, but I will keep trying. All right, Toby. We have no restrictions. You know, Lee the Deadly Lucifer Warlock, congrats. Everybody's congratulating you, Hard Productions. And for the YouTube people out there, you guys are probably wondering why you can't see the Instagram chats. It's because Instagram wants to be different. In fact, if it wasn't for a third-party program, I would not even be able to live stream to Instagram. So, you know, because I multi-stream to all you guys, to all these platforms simultaneously. Yeah, luckily there's a third-party program out there that allows me to include Instagram, which is my biggest following, by the way, to this live stream. And but unfortunately, because it's a third-party program, the people on YouTube and Facebook and Twitter can't see the Instagram chats. So moving on, I see a lot of chats coming in. Hard Productions from Tennessee, congratulations. Okay, so going back, the webisodes that I was talking about on Fear the Walking Dead, the little 30-second snippets in between episodes, during the episodes, during commercials, you guys need to check those out. They're amazing. Hey, Command.Trivy on Instagram, waving back at you, buddy. Thank you for joining us. So going back to Fear the Walking Dead, we're using Fear the Walking Dead tonight because it's the only real reference we have to the beginning of this zombie apocalypse. And we're going to get a lot more of the beginning of the apocalypse. Thank you, Corey. Corey on YouTube writes nice content. Thank you, Corey. I appreciate that very much. TY Hutch 11 waving back at you on Instagram. Thank you for joining us. So the new show, World Beyond, which was supposed to have aired April 12th, but because of the coronavirus pandemic we're in, it's been pushed back to a later date. We don't know when. That is going to give us a really inside look to the beginning of the apocalypse, but from a different perspective. We are going to get to meet the people that have Rick, okay? The CRM. The CRM consists of 3 groups spread out across the United States. And they're the ones that airlifted Rick out to safety after he blew up the bridge in Season 9, Episode 5. The movies are going to be probably about the CRM as well. The CRM was introduced very briefly with Rick in Season 8 walking and seeing the helicopter, Negan seeing the helicopter when Jadis was trying to trade him in, and we got to see it in this last season of Fear the Walking Dead in the first half when they run across those people, Al from Fear the Walking Dead wearing the very, I don't know how to say it, very clandestine uniforms that are bite-proof. You know, no walker can bite through them. These people are well-funded. They have the right hardware. They were prepared. The CRM was put together to rebuild humanity if it was ever to fall apart. And Summer on Twitter writes, I'm so happy I found this live. I just happened to be on Twitter. I'm a new fan on The Walking Dead. Thank you. And we are very glad to have you, Summer. Like I said, this is a viewer interactive show. You guys control where we go, which direction this show goes. It's completely up to you guys, you know? I'm here to relay your chats, answer your questions, and I guess, I don't know, moderate this, but you guys are the star of the show. So anyway, going back, Al found, we really got to see the CRM with this last year on The Walking Dead when Al ran across them. And we have another YouTube chat coming in. When will Daryl action figure be available? Be patient. Be patient. They're coming. They're coming. We're going to be running this contest for at least another 2.5 weeks. That's how many action figures we have. Every day for the next 2.5 weeks at least. We're going to be running this contest. So just keep watching. Probably every other day or so, I'm going to be producing a new action figure. or at least 2 new action figures every other day. Toby writes, I have to wait. You're still on Not Winning Tonight, Toby? There's still plenty more. Big ones coming out. So yeah, going back to Al, the CRM, last year, Fear the Walking Dead. She ran across one of them. It was a female. Because Al from Fear the Walking Dead found them, they have like a directive. If anybody discovers them, they have to kill that person. But the CRM chick who found Al, they liked each other, and when it came time for the CRM girl to leave, she just could not kill Al. And Al really kept it a secret. She promised her that she would not tell anybody about them, and she kept her word. Summer writes, same time every night at 9:30 p.m. Eastern U.S. time is when we go live for 1 hour. So yeah, 9:30 p.m. and we are simultaneously broadcasting on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, or Twitter. So you can watch us on any of those platforms. We ask that you subscribe to our YouTube channel called Walking Dead Now, because obviously YouTube offers the best video viewing experience. I'm not saying you guys have to watch this live stream on YouTube, but we would love for you guys to subscribe to our YouTube channel called Walking Dead Now. So going back to the CRM, yeah, that's really all we got to know. Toby, you going? All right, Toby from Instagram is leaving us. It's 3:17 in the UK. Thanks for having me again, and stay walking. Thank you, Toby. Hope to see you again tomorrow. Toby's one of our regulars on Instagram. So we hope to see you again tomorrow, Toby. Thank you for joining us. Go get some sleep. I know it's very early in the morning over there in the UK. So I'm sorry for the interruptions, guys. Yeah, I know there's stuff I'm forgetting. They're just a very fascinating group, the CRM. Their logos are the 3 intertwining circles. It's like a badge that they wear on the chest of their uniforms. They're very hush-hush. Nobody's supposed to know they existed before the apocalypse, and they don't even want anybody to know they exist after the apocalypse. World Beyond, when it finally airs, is going to give us an inside look to what they're all about, which is going to transition us into the Rick movies. Okay? The way they've timed all this is very specific, okay? And they're not going to release something out of order, because we need to see World Beyond if we're going to watch the Rick Grimes movies and understand what they're about. Because World Beyond is going to lay the foundation for what the Rick Grimes movies are going to be based on. So, hey Khalid on Instagram, waving back at you. Thank you for joining us. Khalid on Instagram. So, yeah, I don't know if you guys were planning on watching The Walking Dead World Beyond, if you were not planning on watching it, but if you're going to watch the Rick Grimes movies, if you don't want to be completely lost as to part of the storyline, I really highly recommend you do watch World Beyond when it does finally air on AMC, because they are going to lay out the foundation of what the Rick Grimes movies are going to be about. So it's sort of like a must-watch. And it's part of the growing Walking Dead universe. The persistent rumors of them making a Daryl Dixon movie just will not go away. Esmeralda Esmedila on Instagram, hello. Vivi on Instagram, hello. Hola, how are you guys doing? So yeah, going back to these Daryl Dixon movies, it's a rumor that just will not die. I've had some people say that Scott Gimple debunked that. I can't find that anywhere, that Scott Gimple said that's not going to happen. AMC, The Walking Dead, they're being very tight-lipped about that. I've heard it possibly revolving around Daryl after the TV show The Walking Dead ends. Vivi on Instagram is giving us a big love smiley face. Thank you, Vivi. Khalid is writing, is Fear the Walking Dead good? It is good. It's slower. It's good. Just don't compare it to The Walking Dead as a benchmark. Take it as its own show. And it's available, I believe, I know The Walking Dead is available on Netflix. Marco, is Fear the Walking Dead also available on Netflix? I want to say no. Marco, let them know if Fear the Walking Dead is or is not available on Netflix. Summer writes, yes, definitely. Planning on watching it. Did you hear Michonne get a miniseries? Okay, Hard Production writes, Fear the Walking Dead is on Hulu. Okay, guys, so Fear the Walking Dead is on Hulu. And Marco writes, it is also on Netflix, the first 4 seasons. So there you guys have it. Fear the Walking Dead is on Netflix and also Hulu. So if you have either one of those services or both, pick one and watch it if you haven't already. Saz writes, I'm interested to see The Walking Dead World Beyond and see how younger people deal with the apocalypse. From what we've seen in The Walking Dead in the past, kids don't do well. Laughing out loud, absolutely. And you know what? To make that even more specific, Saz, kids that interact with Carol don't do well. I know that's a bad joke, but she's had the worst luck with children. I feel very bad for her. And her losing Henry just completely messed her up. She lost Sophia. She had to put down Lizzie. She saw Lizzie killed Mika, her sister. And she lost Henry. And just like she told Ezekiel when she left him afterwards, you know, thank you for the fairy tale of being the queen and having a somewhat perfect life, about as perfect as you can have in the apocalypse. That was very sad. That was very sad. But Saz, I'm also interested to see how the younger generation, because we got to keep in mind, the older generation, they, it's harder for them because they know what the world was like before the apocalypse. Okay? I have 3 teenagers of my own. Okay? When the world went to hell, Carl was just 8 years old. Okay? And I know personally from my own children, they can barely remember 8 years old. So when we lost Carl, when he was around 17 on the show, does he really remember what the world was like pre-apocalypse? Probably not. And then we have all these children that were born into the apocalypse or were born and were very young during the apocalypse, like Lydia, Alpha's daughter. Well, I love Lydia. I think Lydia is a great character. I don't know the actress's name who plays her. Marco probably knows, even though I'm following her on Instagram. I just can't remember that right now. Oh, Marco is correcting himself. Fear the Walking Dead is not on Netflix. I'm sorry, guys. Fear the Walking Dead is not on Netflix. So Hard Productions, it is just on Hulu. So, yeah, for those of you who want to catch up on Fear the Walking Dead, it's, I guess, exclusively available on Hulu. Or you can actually catch it if you're on your cable TV provider. At least I know if you're in the United States. You can catch up on old episodes. KG0344 writes, I could survive a zombie apocalypse. I am ready for it. All right, KG. Well, let's hope your wish never comes true. Like me, I believe in ghosts, but I never want to encounter one. Saz writes, Cassidy McClincy. That's her name. Yes, I'm following her on Instagram and I completely had a brain fart. Cassidy McClincy is the actress that plays Lydia. Marco writes, what was the kid's name that befriended Negan? Oh, the one that Negan smashed his head in because that stupid kid killed that family? What a jerk. What a jerk that guy was. Trying to bring back the old Negan. What a total jerk. So anyway, guys, last night Instagram, who has a 1 hour limit on their streaming, while every other service has many, many more hours available for live streaming, we have to play by the lowest bidders rules that will get cut off. And Instagram did cut me off yesterday before I got a chance to say goodbye to all my Instagram peeps. So I apologize, Instagram, for that. So we're about 4 minutes away before we reach that 1 hour benchmark and we get cut off. KJ0344 writes, can you watch Fear the Walking Dead on Amazon Prime? I'm not sure. I do not believe so. I'm not sure. I don't know if Hulu has the exclusive digital rights or not. Hard Production writes, are you a fan of the Walking Dead comics? Have I read them from page 1 to the last page? I have not. I have read some. I am a fan. To answer your question, yes, I am a fan. But I'm not going to lie. I have not read page 1 of the first issue all the way through to the last issue, the last page. But I am a fan of the comics, absolutely. I like how they have separated from each other, TV show and comic books in some ways. I don't like how they've separated in other ways. But I love them both. I love them both. Anyway, guys, I don't want to get kicked off here without properly saying goodbye to all of you. Hard Production writes, I just read Negan introduction in the comics. Okay, that's cool. And if you know, Negan in the comics, every other word out of his mouth was the F word. I want to really quickly say this. And the way Jeffrey Dean Morgan and the writers found a way around that was amazing. Negan, literally in the comics, every other word out of his mouth was a swear word. F this, F that, and so on. And the way they worked that around and the brilliant job that Jeffrey Dean Morgan did in portraying that was brilliant. Okay, I don't know how they were going to do it. They pulled it off amazing. Summer writes, the comics are a lot darker, but I just got into them too. Okay, guys, I have to say goodbye. I don't want to get cut off without saying goodbye to you guys like I did last night. I want to thank everyone for joining me tonight. We are on every day at 9:30 p.m. Eastern U.S. time. Please go and subscribe to our YouTube channel called Walking Dead Now. I hope everyone has a good night or a good morning, depending on where in the world you're located. Stay safe. And as always, guys, stay walking.